And now, that moment I spoke of earlier, to pay our respects to the Americans who have lost their lives to coronavirus.
This is a challenging time for most all of us. This invisible new virus is frightening and spreading rapidly.
Classes here in Everett are canceled until April 27th. The district saying now is the time to take action to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Millions of people have been affected by the coronavirus. This invisible virus has caused many people to lose their lives, their jobs, and their business. The world as we once knew it has changed. We changed the way we celebrated birthdays, graduations, and milestones. Some way, somehow, everyone's life has been affected. As a group, we interviewed a variety of people about their experience with COVID-19. Here's what they had to say.
What was going through my mind? When is this going to end?
It was hard at first. Like, I wasn't going to visit my parents because I was like kind of really freaked out at the beginning. Like, I think everybody was a little bit about it.
I lost my mother to COVID in April 15th. She passed away.
Almost every part of my life has been affected. You know, as a school teacher, I have no work.
It's made a lot of life uncertain.
I tested positive 4 times before I could go back to work.
El lugar fue en el fue los trabajos, porque si cerraban trabajo, los trabajos no tenía trabajo, no tendría dinero para sobrevivir, comprar comida, pagar renta.
How I was going to survive staying home. I do not like staying home.
Fighting my depression because I can't go out anywhere, so I'm like stuck in one place, and it's like you're trapped.
I'm a very people person. I like to communicate effectively. I like talking to people, making eye contact, knowing how I can help them. So it was very different, like trying to wave to get their attention, then 6 feet apart to talk to them. You gotta wear a mask.
Just not being able to see my patients closely.
My biggest obstacle was really just trying to make sure that all our residents were were okay.
Mostly online school though. Like, I really wanted to pass school, but online school was difficult, terrible.
So the obstacle for me was worrying about if a family member would get the virus.
Wearing a mask all the time is the hardest thing to do, going out all the time.
You know, my friends are very cautious. I haven't seen them since March, and we're very close people, and losing all of those connections that I have, that's been a really big obstacle.
Having to choose, and trust that me and my kids were gonna be okay for losing my job.
That j'en imagine que ça t'a privé vraiment vrai, c'est kembe en masse dans figure là.
I spend a lot more time in front of a computer than I ever would have.
You know, we had to close the schools, and we thought, now we're trying to reopen, how that looks. You know, even doing the graduation for the seniors, and that was totally, different than what we normally do.
We had to take time to educate our customers because a lot of them were still coming in without masks.
The school space is not going to be as mobile as it has been in the past. Having students stay in one spot all day is, I just feel like I couldn't do that.
It forced us to change how we allow visitors to enter the hospital. It forced us to change how we schedule appointments.
Que mi salud está comprometida. Soy una persona hipertensa, estoy diabético. No puedo arriesgarme, obviamente, a tener este efecto de este virus en mi cuerpo, y he tomado las medidas necesarias. Mis salidas son bien restringidas, mis salidas son quizás bien temprano a ir al supermercado a adquirir las cosas que necesitamos.
Chaos.
Chaotic.
Ça c'est vraiment une crise.
Mucho miedo.
Terror. Awful.
I think in times of crisis, I think we all know
it's hard not to be overwhelmed by the enormity of the challenge we're facing.
The world threw a pandemic your way.
We're in a tough moment, but I know we can overcome it.
Just want to take the time to encourage everybody to practice social distancing to the best of their ability.